Plants have long been considered quiet, solitary beings. But in recent years, scientists have discovered that they are anything but silent. In fact, plants have an incredibly sophisticated way of communicating with one another, whether through the air, soil, or even by sharing nutrients. This phenomenon is a fascinating area of study that sheds new light on the intelligence and interconnectedness of the plant world. How do plants talk? Plants use various methods to communicate, and much of this involves the release of chemical signals, an intricate process that allows them to send messages across great distances. When certain species of plants, such as acacia trees, are under attack by herbivores, they emit volatile chemicals into the air. These chemicals act as a warning signal to nearby plants. In response, the neighboring plants ramp up their production of defensive compounds, like toxins or bitter chemicals, which make them less appetizing to herbivores. This chemical signaling forms the basis of a plant's warning system, protecting the larger ecosystem from predation. This process is part of a broader group of plant behaviors called induced defense responses. The chemical signals plants release are part of a vast array of complex molecules called volatile organic compounds, VOCs. These compounds can travel through the air and be detected by nearby plants. In some cases, these VOCs can even travel over long distances, sometimes miles away from the original source. But the story doesn't end there. Plants can also talk to each other through their roots, communicating via an underground network facilitated by mycorrhizal fungi. Mycorrhizal fungi act as intermediaries, connecting the roots of various plants in the soil. Through this vast subterranean network, plants exchange nutrients, water, and even information about potential threats. This underground internet is sometimes referred to as the Wood Wide Web. Through this system, plants can send distress signals about drought, pest infestations, or diseases. In response, neighboring plants may adjust their behavior accordingly, increasing their own defense mechanisms or adjusting resource allocation to protect the larger ecosystem. Interestingly, some studies have shown that trees in particular can form alliances, helping their kin over non-related species. For example, Douglas firs have been observed to share nutrients and resources with other nearby trees of the same species, particularly when one tree is under stress. Trees often prioritize the survival of their family members, indicating a surprising level of cooperation in plant behavior. The idea that plants can communicate with each other is not a new one, but it has only gained significant attention in recent decades. One of the most famous studies in the history of plant communication took place in the 1990s. Researchers Richard Carbon conducted experiments with sagebrush and cottonwood trees in the western US, showing that plants could communicate with each other via airborne chemicals and share information on pest threats. More recently, scientists have been using advanced technology, such as MRI scanners and microscopes, to observe how these chemical signals work in real time, providing deeper insight into the mechanics of plant communication. Why does this matter? Understanding plant communication has profound implications for agriculture, conservation, and even climate change research. By learning how plants cooperate and communicate, we may find new ways to protect crops, reduce pesticide use, and help forests respond to environmental stresses like droughts or pest infestations. In fact, this knowledge is already being applied in practices like agroforestry, where trees and crops are planted together in symbiotic relationships to optimize growth and resilience. Scientists are also exploring how plant communication could be harnessed to improve the health of ecosystems and encourage biodiversity. In conclusion, plants are far more complex and talkative than we ever imagined. From airborne chemical signals to subterranean mycorrhizal networks, these silent yet intricate conversations shape the world around us in ways that are still being uncovered. The next time you find yourself in a forest or garden, remember, plants aren't just passive organisms. They are actively engaging with one another, working together to thrive and survive. Isn't it incredible to think that the natural world is filled with these hidden, quiet conversations that can shape entire ecosystems? Plants are not only surviving, they're collaborating in ways that are truly mind-blowing. Hey everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned for more plant stories, fun facts, care tips, and so much more. Let's grow together.